Do you experience leg pain at the end of the day? Swelling, heaviness, tingling? All of these can disrupt your routine and quality of life. But what if I told you that there are simple, natural, and affordable ways to relieve this discomfort in just a few days? In this video, I'll show you what worked for me. Home remedies that helped reduce pain, improve circulation, and relax my legs in surprising ways. No expensive medications, no complications. Stick with me until the end because you'll leave here with practical tips you can start using today. Have you ever noticed how our legs work tirelessly all day long? Whether walking, climbing stairs, carrying bags, or even just standing for long hours, they support our body weight and ensure we can move freely. But unfortunately, this constant load takes a toll. At the end of the day, many people feel their legs are heavy, sore, swollen, as if every muscle is silently complaining. What few people know is that a simple, silent, almost obvious habit can bring real relief: elevating your legs while sleeping. Let's talk about this in depth, because although it seems very simple, this practice has a profound effect on the functioning of our circulatory and lymphatic systems, and even on the quality of our sleep. When we talk about elevating your legs, we're not just talking about putting a pillow under your feet. We're talking about creating a new pattern of rest for your body, a restorative habit that can transform the way you wake up the next day. During the day, especially if we spend a lot of time standing or sitting, gravity works relentlessly. The blood that leaves the heart to nourish the cells in the legs has to make its way back against the force of gravity to return to the heart. This venous return depends on valves in the veins and the contraction of the leg muscles to function properly. When we stand or sit for long periods of time, blood can begin to pool in the lower legs. This leads to swelling, heaviness, varicose veins, and chronic pain. People who work on their feet, such as teachers, salespeople, and healthcare professionals, are familiar with this discomfort. Now imagine that at the end of the day, you give those legs a chance to breathe, to recover. By elevating your legs, you facilitate the return of venous blood to the heart. Gravity is no longer an enemy, but an ally. It's as if you are helping your body restart its circulation system, draining excess fluid and relieving pressure on the veins and capillaries. But the benefits don't stop there. Elevating your legs also helps the lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing toxins, waste, and excess fluids from the body. When there is fluid retention or lymphedema, this simple change in position can have a tremendous impact. This is particularly helpful for people who suffer from swollen ankles, heavy feet, and nighttime tingling sensations. Sleeping with your legs slightly elevated at an angle of 15 to 30 degrees, or about 6 to 8 inches above heart level, can help the lymphatic system function better and more efficiently. From a structural standpoint, elevating the legs also relieves tension in the lower back and hips by promoting a more neutral alignment of the spine. This is especially helpful for those who suffer from lower back pain or sciatica. In many cases, leg pain is not solely muscular or vascular in origin, but is also linked to nerve compression. By placing your legs in an elevated and comfortable position, the pelvic region relaxes and pressure on the nerves is reduced, which significantly reduces pain. Now let's talk about how to do this correctly. Many people just put a soft pillow under their feet and think that's enough. But the ideal elevation requires some care. It is best to use firm cushions or ergonomic supports designed for this purpose. There are even wedge-shaped orthopedic supports specially designed to keep your legs elevated without slipping during the night. The important thing is that your knees are slightly bent and your feet are supported, not hanging down. It is not recommended to keep your legs fully stretched with your heels in the air. This can cause tension in the calf muscles. Another important tip is that you don't have to start sleeping with your legs elevated all night. Start with 15 to 30 minutes before bed, lying in bed with your legs on a support. Use this time to relax, breathe deeply, meditate, or listen to calm music. Gradually, your body will get used to it, and you can extend the time until you can spend most of the night in this position. Many people report that when they wake up, their legs are less swollen, less painful, and feel incredibly light. It is also worth mentioning that this practice is extremely useful for pregnant women. During pregnancy, the body produces more blood and fluids, which increases pressure in the veins of the legs. Sleeping with your legs elevated is one of the safest and most natural recommendations for relieving the swelling typical of pregnancy and improving sleep comfort. In addition, it helps reduce the famous night cramps that affect so many pregnant women in the third trimester. If you suffer from varicose veins, elevating your legs is not just a tip, it's a necessity. Varicose veins indicate that the venous valves are not functioning properly and blood is pooling in the legs. Although elevation does not cure varicose veins, it significantly relieves symptoms, improves the appearance of the veins, and can slow the progression of the condition. Finally, we can't overlook the psychological impact of this practice. Treating your body with kindness, taking time to slow down, creating a nighttime recovery ritual, ritual, all of these send a clear message to your brain. It's time to rest. It's time to take care of myself. In times of constant stress and turmoil, simple practices such as elevating your legs can become moments of connection with yourself and your well-being. So, the next time you lie down to sleep, remember, your legs have done a lot of work during the day. They deserve this care. Place a firm pillow under your feet, breathe deeply, and allow your body to regain its balance. It may seem like a small thing, but this simple gesture, repeated night after night, can make a huge difference in your health, sleep, and quality of life. Have you ever reached the end of a day feeling like your legs were about to explode? That uncomfortable heaviness in your feet, the swelling that seems to rise from your ankles to your calves, the feeling that you've been carrying the whole world without rest. All of this may seem inevitable, but there is a simple, accessible, and deeply restorative practice that can change that story. Foot baths with salt or vinegar. This is not a recent trend. Foot baths are an ancient ritual present in cultures around the world. In Japan, they are part of nighttime routines to calm the body and prepare the spirit for rest. In the Ayurvedic tradition of India, foot baths with natural infusions are considered a way to balance vital energy. And in grandmothers' homes throughout Brazil, this practice has always been passed down from generation to generation as a gesture of affection and wisdom. But what really happens in our bodies when we dip our feet in a basin of warm water and natural substances such as coarse salt or vinegar? The answer lies in human physiology and the way the body responds to thermal, osmotic, and sensory stimuli. When we put our feet in warm water, the first reaction is immediate relaxation of the nerve endings and blood vessels. The gentle heat dilates the vessels, improves circulation, and calms the muscles. This alone relieves pain, especially in areas that have experienced prolonged tension throughout the day. Now, when we add coarse salt to the water, the effect goes even further. Salt acts as a powerful osmotic agent, that is, it draws fluids out of the tissues. This means that excess fluid retained in the legs, which causes that uncomfortable swelling, begins to be released naturally. Salt also has anti-inflammatory and relaxing properties and is rich in minerals such as magnesium and potassium, which are absorbed by the skin during bathing and aid muscle recovery. This practice is especially beneficial for those who suffer from fluid retention, poor circulation, or pain caused by muscle overload. On the other hand, we have apple cider vinegar, a surprising ingredient that has been used for centuries for its therapeutic properties. Vinegar is naturally acidic, which helps balance the skin's pH and fight bacteria and fungi that can cause infections or bad odors, but its real power lies in its detoxifying action. It contains acetic acid, B vitamins, and antioxidant compounds that help remove toxins accumulated in the tissues, improve local circulation, and soften dry or cracked skin. When using vinegar in foot baths, many people report an almost immediate feeling of lightness, as if the body has turned off an invisible load. But there's more. We cannot ignore the sensory and emotional aspect of this ritual, the act of stopping, preparing the water, adjusting the temperature, choosing the salt or vinegar, and immersing your feet with mindfulness is in itself a form of deep self-care. We live in a fast-paced world where stopping to take care of yourself seems like a luxury. But in this simple gesture, there is a powerful message. I deserve this time. I take care of my body. It is a moment of reconnection. As the warm water touches the skin, there is an almost meditative relaxation. The mind slows down, breathing deepens, and the whole body enters a state of recovery. Ideally, this bath should be taken for about 15 to 20 minutes. The water should be warm but comfortable, between 98 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit. 1 tablespoon of coarse salt or apple cider vinegar per liter of water is a good balance. You can alternate days. One day use salt, the next day vinegar. To further enhance the effects, you can add essential oils such as lavender, calming, peppermint, invigorating, or eucalyptus, decongestant. These oils enhance the sensory experience and also act transdermal, meaning they are absorbed through the skin and enter the bloodstream, promoting real therapeutic effects. After bathing, it is important to dry your feet thoroughly, especially between the toes, to avoid residual moisture. Then applying a natural oil or moisturizing cream with a light massage can further enhance the benefits. This massage helps activate circulation, relax muscles, and stimulate reflex points that are directly linked to internal organs and emotions. Yes, the soles of the feet are a true map of the body, and taking care of them is like taking care of the entire body. For people living with chronic conditions such as diabetes or vascular problems, foot baths with salt or vinegar should be performed under professional supervision or guidance. This is because reduced sensitivity in the feet may prevent them from noticing if the water is too hot, for example. But with proper care, this practice can be safely incorporated and bring real relief without the need for medication. The reports of those who adopt this ritual are consistent: improved sleep quality, reduced anxiety, relief from leg pain, lighter feet, and even improved mood the next day. And all this with simple, natural ingredients that are accessible to everyone. There is no need to spend a fortune on spas or expensive equipment. Your home can be your healing space. The basin, the towel, and the silence at the end of the day become allies for your health. In a world that demands productivity all the time, taking 20 minutes to care for your feet may seem like a small gesture, but it is an act of personal revolution. It is like saying to your body, I recognize what you do for me, and now it's my turn to take care of you. The legs that support us, the feet that carry us day after day deserve this care. And believe me, when you take care of them, everything else starts to work better. The body responds. The mind is grateful. At the end of an exhausting day, when your legs ache, your muscles throb, and fatigue seems to weigh on your bones, many people simply take a quick shower, collapse on the couch, or go straight to bed. And it's understandable. A busy routine often leaves no room for anything else. But what if I told you that taking just a few minutes to apply natural oils with a gentle massage on your legs could make all the difference to your physical and mental health? That this small gesture could relieve pain, improve circulation, reduce stress, and even strengthen your connection with your own body. We're talking about something much deeper than simply rubbing oil on your skin. It is an ancient ritual present in virtually all cultures that value body care. In Ayurveda, for example, massage with oils called abhyanga is considered one of the pillars of health and longevity. It not only nourishes the skin, but also calms the nervous system, regulates hormones, and balances emotions. And what's most impressive is that all these benefits are at your fingertips. Let's start by understanding why natural oils are so powerful. Unlike industrialized creams, which often contain additives, artificial fragrances, and synthetic components, pure vegetable oils are rich in nutrients, antioxidants, and essential fatty acids. They penetrate deep into the skin's layers, providing true nourishment, helping with cell regeneration, improving tissue elasticity, and reducing inflammation. The skin, as our largest organ, is a gateway. Everything we apply to it can, to a greater or lesser extent, be absorbed by the body. That's why the quality of what we use is so important. Among the most recommended oils for leg massages are extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, and grapeseed oil. Each has unique properties. Olive oil, for example, is rich in vitamin E and polyphenols with strong anti-inflammatory properties, perfect for muscle pain and stiffness. Coconut oil has antifungal and antibacterial properties, as well as promoting intense hydration and rapid absorption. Sweet almond oil is excellent for sensitive skin, promoting softness and immediate relief. And grapeseed oil, light and non-greasy, is ideal for those who want a fresh feeling without leaving any residue. But just as important as the oil is the way it is applied. The massage should not be done in a hurry, as if it were just another task of the day. It needs to be intentional, with presence and attention. Start by warming a little oil between your palms. The warmth of your hands will begin to prepare the body for relaxation. Then apply the oil to the legs with long, firm, rhythmic movements, always in the direction of the foot toward the heart. This respects the flow of venous circulation and enhances the effects of touch. If your legs are very tense or sore, take extra time on the calves, knees, and thighs. Make circular movements on the joints and deep strokes on the muscles. Use your thumbs to gently press on points of tension. Remember, the pain should not be intense. The massage should be pleasurable and comforting. If you are very sensitive, reduce the pressure and breathe deeply. Each touch is a conversation with the body. You are saying, I hear you, I respect you, I want to help you recover. In addition to the muscular benefits, massage with natural oils stimulates blood and lymphatic circulation, which is essential for those who suffer from leg pain caused by poor circulation, varicose veins, fluid retention, or muscle overload. By activating lymphatic flow, you help the body eliminate accumulated toxins, reduce swelling, and prevent inflammation. The result is an immediate feeling of lightness, as if your legs have been renewed. And then there is the emotional and energetic impact of this practice. Touching your legs gently every day can change the way you relate to your body. Instead of seeing it as just a machine that must function non-stop, you begin to treat it as an ally, a temple that deserves respect. We often store unexpressed emotions in parts of the body, especially in the legs, which carry the weight of our decisions, our paths, our journey. By massaging them, you are releasing these tensions, allowing trapped feelings to circulate again. Want to make this practice even more powerful? Try combining essential oils with your base oil. Just add a few drops to completely transform the experience. Lavender essential oil, for example, calms the mind, relieves anxiety, and induces deep sleep. Rosemary essential oil improves circulation and has an energizing effect, ideal for days when you need to rebalance without giving in to exhaustion. Peppermint has a refreshing and analgesic effect, making it excellent for extreme fatigue or more acute pain. Cypress, known in aromatherapy as a venous tonic, is highly recommended for those who suffer from varicose veins or swelling in the legs. After the massage, it is not necessary to wash off the oil. Let it be absorbed slowly by the skin. Put on light, comfortable clothing. Sit or lie down for a few minutes. Breathe deeply, close your eyes, and feel the effect spread throughout your body. In a few days, this practice will cease to be just a technique and become a sacred moment in your daily life, a space for healing, reconnection, and self-love. self-love. And here's an important tip. Don't wait until you're in severe pain to take care of your legs. Massage with natural oils can and should be a preventive practice. It strengthens tissues, improves vein elasticity, reduces muscle stiffness, and prepares the body for the challenges of the next day. The more you take care of yourself, the less you suffer. It's a way of anticipating well-being, not just reacting to pain. Remember, your legs carry you every day. They support you when you're in a hurry, when you're walking, working, meeting people, saying goodbye. They are the foundation of your movement. Taking care of them with love, intention, and gentle touches is a way of thanking them for everything they do for you. Don't underestimate the power of a good massage with natural oil. Within this simple gesture lies a universe of healing. There is something deeply ancestral and almost magical about preparing a cup of tea. The water boils, the aromas are released into the air, and in a few minutes, the simple act of drinking becomes a ritual of care. When we talk about leg pain, inflammation, and physical fatigue, anti-inflammatory teas emerge as a form of liquid medicine, natural, subtle, and powerful, something that warms the stomach and at the same time touches the deepest tissues of the body. More than just a soothing balm for the soul, these teas act directly on the mechanisms that cause pain, fluid retention, inflammation, and circulatory discomfort. We live in an age where pain relief often comes in the form of pills. Pills promise quick solutions but rarely treat the causes. On the other hand, teas, especially those with anti-inflammatory and circulatory properties, act more gentle yet deeply effective. They work on the body's internal balance, strengthening the natural defense systems and reducing the chronic inflammatory state that is often the backdrop for persistent leg pain. When you adopt the habit of drinking therapeutic teas, you're not just treating a symptom, you are transforming the terrain where imbalances take hold. One of the major culprits behind leg pain is low-grade chronic inflammation. Unlike acute inflammation, which comes with fever, localized pain, and redness, chronic inflammation can go unnoticed but gradually affects the tissues. Persistent swelling, heaviness, muscle stiffness, and even varicose veins can be linked to this process. This is where anti-inflammatory teas come in. Throughout history, nature has provided us with a vast botanical pharmacy, and teas are perhaps the most accessible and effective way to connect with it. One of the most recommended teas for leg pain is ginger tea. Ginger is known for its powerful anti-inflammatory action thanks to gingerol, its main active compound. It works by blocking the production of inflammatory substances in the body, such as prostaglandins, and helps reduce swelling, relieve pain, and improve blood circulation. Drinking a cup of ginger tea daily can make your legs feel lighter and less painful in just a few days. In addition, it has a thermogenic effect, meaning it warms the body, stimulates metabolism, and improves tissue oxygenation, something essential for tired muscles and congested blood vessels. Another powerful ally is turmeric tea, or turmeric. This golden root, widely used in Ayurvedic medicine and Asian cuisine, contains curcumin, a substance with anti-inflammatory properties comparable to pharmacological drugs. Turmeric helps reduce joint pain, relaxes blood vessels, and improves liver function, which in turn has a positive impact on circulation. A healthy liver filters blood better and contributes to the detoxification of the body, which reduces the accumulation of toxins in the legs and other extremities. When combined with a pinch of black pepper and a dash of coconut oil, the absorption of curcumin increases significantly, making the tea even more potent. For those who deal with fluid retention, one of the main causes of swollen legs, horsetail tea is a blessing from nature. This plant has a mild diuretic action, meaning it stimulates the kidneys to eliminate excess water and sodium from the body without causing dehydration. In addition, it is rich in silicon, a mineral that strengthens blood vessels and connective tissue, making veins more resistant and less prone to inflammation. Incorporating horsetail tea into your routine, especially at the end of the day, can bring noticeable relief to those who experience heavy legs or recurring tingling. We also can't forget about chamomile tea, perhaps the best known of the calming teas. But what many people don't know is that chamomile also has anti-inflammatory, analgesic, and antispasmodic properties. It relaxes smooth muscles, including blood vessels, and helps improve sleep quality. And that's more important than it seems. During deep sleep, the body carries out cell regeneration processes, including muscle and vascular tissues. If you suffer from chronic leg pain, improving your sleep is a fundamental part of the healing process. A cup of chamomile tea before bed can be the key to more restful nights and mornings with less pain. In addition to individual teas, combined infusions can create powerful synergies. Mixing ginger with turmeric, for example, enhances anti-inflammatory effects. Combining horsetail with hibiscus can help balance fluid retention and blood pressure. Chamomile, lemon balm, and passion flower promote deep relaxation, ideal for people whose emotional stress manifests as muscle tension in the legs. The secret is to know your body, understand its needs, needs, and experiment with attention, observing how you feel after each type of infusion. But it's not just the contents of the cup that matter. The tea ritual also has its power. Stopping for a few minutes, breathing in the aroma, feeling the warmth between your hands, sipping slowly. All of this signals to the body that it's time to slow down, that it's safe, that it can heal. In busy times, this little moment can be an oasis in the desert of daily hustle and bustle. And when it comes to leg pain, especially that caused by stress, poor circulation, or mental fatigue, emotional tranquility is just as important as any phytochemical property. It is important to remember that although teas are natural, they also have contraindications. People with kidney problems, pregnant women, nursing mothers, or those taking continuous medication should consult a professional before incorporating certain teas into their routine. Horsetail, for example, should not be used for long periods without guidance, and turmeric can interfere with anticoagulants. Therefore, conscious use is always the best approach. Still, when used properly, anti-inflammatory teas not only treat the symptoms of leg pain, but also transform the relationship we have with our bodies. They teach us that healing is a process. It is presence. It is listening. That the body needs time, warmth, nutrition, and rest. And that the simple act of heating water and preparing an infusion can be a daily invitation to reconnect with well-being. So the next time your legs hurt, before resorting to quick fixes, look to nature. It has known how to take care of you for millennia. And maybe that's all you need. A warm cup in your hands, a bitter or sweet tea, and the time to allow healing to happen from the inside out. There is something deeply symbolic about legs. They not only support us, carry us, and balance us physically, they connect us to the world, to the ground, to our path. But when they hurt, when the simple act of walking becomes a burden, life loses some of its quiet freedom. Leg pain may arise as a physical symptom, but it is often a reflection of a tired body, an overworked mind, and a life that has stopped moving with ease. In this context, light exercise and mindful stretching emerge as a natural, profound, and accessible remedy, not only to relieve muscle tension and improve circulation, but also to restore the relationship between body, mind, and presence. When we talk about leg pain, many people believe that the solution lies in complete rest, and in some cases this is indeed necessary, such as in acute injuries or post-surgery. But for most people who live with recurring pain, especially caused by poor circulation, a sedentary lifestyle, muscle tension, or poor posture, constant rest can actually make the situation worse. The human body is made for movement. Joints are designed to bend, muscles to contract and relax, and blood to circulate freely. When we stand still for too long, whether sitting or standing, we interrupt this natural flow. The result is stiffness, fluid buildup, inflammation, and pain. Regular light exercise, such as walking, cycling at a moderate pace, or even making circular movements with your ankles while sitting, helps activate the circulatory and lymphatic systems. This means that blood and fluids that accumulate in the lower extremities begin to flow back to the center of the body, reducing swelling and pressure in the veins of the legs. This stimulation also strengthens the muscles in the calves, thighs, and hips, and strong muscles act as natural pumps that propel blood upward, combating venous stagnation and preventing the formation of varicose veins and clots. It doesn't take much. Just 20 to 30 minutes of walking a day, even at home or in a small space, can make a profound difference. The important thing is not the intensity, but the consistency, and even more important is the quality of your presence during the movement. Walking mindfully, feeling each step, observing your posture, breathing rhythmically. All of this transforms a common act into a meditative practice of self-healing. When we walk mindfully, we get out of autopilot and back into our bodies, and that's exactly where healing begins. In addition to light aerobic exercise, stretching is essential for those who suffer from leg pain. Pain often comes not from overexertion, but from lack of mobility. Shortened muscles, stiff joints, and tight ligaments create an environment of stiffness where the slightest effort can cause pain. Regular stretching, done with patience and respect for the body's limits, restores flexibility to the tissues, increases range of motion, and significantly reduces the risk of injury. Start with simple stretches. When you wake up while still in bed, stretch your legs and arms for a few seconds, lengthening your spine and opening your chest. Standing up, slowly bend forward, trying to reach your toes with your hands. It doesn't matter if you can't do it right away. What matters is the process, the intention. Throughout the day, sit on the floor, extend your legs, and lean forward slightly, stretching the back muscles of your thighs. Lying down, hug one knee at a time toward your chest, feeling the relief in your lower back and hips. These movements, done regularly, unlock areas of tension that we often don't even realize are stuck. And there is something even more subtle. Stretching awakens body awareness. When you stop for a few minutes to feel a muscle stretch, to observe your breathing, to listen to your heart heartbeat. You are reconnecting with your body. You are saying, I see you, I feel you, I am here. This active listening is often what is missing for the pain to begin to dissolve, because often pain doesn't just want medicine, it wants attention. It's also important to understand that movement triggers the release of healing substances. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, a natural hormone that relieves pain and improves mood. It also increases the production of nitric oxide, which dilates blood vessels and improves circulation. The muscles warm up, the tissues are irrigated, and the nervous system begins to relax. In a short time, the body, which previously complained in the form of pain, begins to respond with more lightness, more fluidity, and more energy. Incorporating stretching routines and gentle exercises at the end of the day is also an excellent strategy for improving sleep, especially for those who wake up with pain or suffer from night cramps. A body that stretches before bed, breathes deeply, and moves gently enters nighttime rest more receptively. Sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. And as we know, good sleep is one of the most powerful cures there is. You don't have to be an athlete. You don't need to go to the gym, wear expensive clothes, or follow complex workouts. All you need is space, time, and a commitment to your well-being. A mat, a quiet corner, a body willing to listen. This is the gym of presence. The body responds to care with gratitude. In a few days, the pain begins to subside. In a few weeks, mobility improves. And in a few months, you reconcile with a body that once felt like a burden and now feels like home again. And finally, remember, movement is life. Legs hurt not only from overuse, but also from underuse, from neglect, from lack of attention. Regaining the habit of moving gently every day is a gift you can give yourself. It is a gesture of responsibility, but also of love. And there is no medicine more powerful than love applied to one's own body.